家，我是一个预言家，我是一个预言家，我是继续插在深秋彼得的肩膀的我们，是否有两人不能回忆 I want you to stay， 天亮前整夜，我在你身边。威力说要跟你一起玩，还有 LT，
没有，我等下出去了。
没有，他在说谎。
有几点吗
？LT 在说谎。
行啊，你580、580的票钱还，有600块的票钱还我，我就玩。
600块的票钱，
我等下去看那个冰雪奇缘4DX 3D，
不用看。
那600块拿来啊？
卡通看个毛！
那600块拿来啊？
赶快卖那边的人，你随便找一个人把那票卖一卖，卖个590，亏个10块，我再给你10块。我还没看过《冰雪奇缘》第1集。第一集是
你还没看过第一
演，
集？
第一集是演什么？是一个正常人跟一个亲自。
哈哈。
他不是亲自吗？他不是会操控？
哦，对啊，亲自啊，他能力比亲自还好用哎。
真假？他可以自己盖房子，
还可以自己盖房子，还可以自己做衣服，可以造生命，还可以攻击人，
是哦。
还有那种定时炸弹类型的攻击。
太神了！那他是格雷，格雷最烂，格雷烂死，格雷弄冰吹吹风，然后再变成灭魔。
灭人是哦，把血灭，
灭什么魔法？
对啊，
灭鬼，就是灭魔。
灭魔吗？
哦哟，
我知道他后来怎么把血加到冰里面，然后怎么样？
是有一半是那一种，就是杀恶魔的。
有啊，你说那个叫什么？哦，冰之灭恶魔导师。
灭恶。然后看起来好像很强，其实也很。
为啥？
然后再听一次。
啊，上帝干嘛有另外一个光头去那边冷笑话哦？上帝怎么要听？人家每次都说什么神仙上帝带错人，我想问说，他妈神仙上帝谁想看到这些人？
所以做人要做几百人才不会死。
对啊，不是都说什么祸害1000年吗？
那我还是别做好了，还好我够几百。为什么？哦，哦，我好像听过什么吉娃娃的，就是别人主人抱着自己的时候，就会对着外人狂吠，然后再把它给那个陌生人抱的时候，就乖乖的闭嘴，不敢叫。
台湾球迷这么多，捋，你可以捋吗？
就在那里，我真的很想你。
不一样
你知道它跟麦麦是同一首歌吗？
啊？
你知道它跟麦麦是同一首歌吗？周杰伦的另外一首歌，你没听过？因为我挂掉了。
还会有谁？
是不是威力？
什么王学威力？
演的不太像哦。想起推荐 G Pro，
推荐 G903。
推荐 G Pro。推荐 G Pro。没有啊，推荐把右键改成按住，推荐把瞄准改成按住，这样你就按着右键就可以打，这样你就不会有连按2下把镜关掉的问题。真不好，我试了。对啊。 我把那个改去，我把那个改去 B 了。没有，把它改到 B 键。我通常不会竞走，因为竞走很慢。因为它其实还是听得到，这不像那个什么 CS
昨天
竞走就听不到。
前2天我去听那个交大教授的演讲，然后他们可以开发一个技术，就是听你的声音就能画，就是用听你的声音就能差不多勾勒出你的长相大概长怎样。然后我就想到一个 idea，就是听你的声音就可以知道你的那个鲍鱼松紧的程度嘛。
这个
啊，你听我的声音不是像肥仔吗？
嗯，
那听我的声音会不会勾勒出一个肥仔？
有可能。这个可能要问他们讲的，他们技术是这样，大概可以弄成这样。然后听说准确率好像蛮高的。他们抓一些特征嘛，就是用很多资料去收集一些很多的资料去抓特征的。真的。嗯，这我不知道，反正我只觉得他们的那个技术很屌，交大的。哦，好哦。我讲的这个不是重点，我重点是，我的重点是鲍鱼。
你说阿波隆尼？
不是，我只是那时候听那个教授演讲，突然想到，哎呦，好像可以弄这种，突然灵机一动。
你真的是跟 ICU 可以打好。在 ICU 之前上课上，然后反正有类似专辑，自己找一个东西，然后来研究的东西。那你知道研究什么？他研究用手机拍照片，然后可以侦测这个人罩杯多少。
觉得不错啊。然后用声音就可以知道你屌的长短。不觉得这蛮创新的吗？虽然听起来很不好听啊，不过如果能做出来，你不觉得蛮屌的？
果然都是头像都是橘色的。好食的蚵仔煎，好食的蚵仔煎。 这是台北，这是北部的口音，
这是学位的口音。
中部的口音，南部的口音。谁认出来？
我是平民的。
哎呀！ 所以北梦现在在玩 Light 吗？
有
真的吗？
你直播在哪里？
你没有贴网址。你以为在吹？你说妹妹？那可以借我用。
嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟，嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟。挂了呗。
嗯。 该是微厉害的。
我以前坦白说了，我本身是一个残障的朋友了，我算是我应该算是残障啊，我严格讲起来算是智障啊，不是，不要说不要侮辱智障，没有，我说我本身就是说比较慢了哈，比较缓慢了哈，所以我算是迟缓了啊。你骗下，吃那么胖还怎么可能是迟缓了？没有了，就是说，对了，脑残，踢笑，左手比较慢，就是说我本身比较慢啊，不信你可以问说，继续拍 A 片呢、啊？骗下，真的啦，我本身迟缓了，我本身以前也是就是说很自闭啊，没有朋友啊。但没想到就是说，现在有太多人要约我，但是还好就是说，有耶稣哈叫我说，你要跟朋友出去做什么都可以，但是就是说，你一定要守住你最后一件红色内裤里面要藏着红心 A 就对了。就是说，意思就是说，我的那一根前面呢要做什么事情呢？有一张王牌叫做红心 A 哈，这红心 A 可以挡住你的。哦，有人说，这件应该是是说会开心呐、我们人生，虽然南部的朋友现在很南部，哦有，哎呀。翘课了，就是说，可能
我推荐 G Pro。因为它是有线，因为它线一直卡，很烦。然后有的时候左键会自己按到，然后其他没有什么问题，所以我把它放在我的那个什么，我把它放在我包包里，随时可以出去征战。我那只也旧了，不适合当做你的新滑鼠。我建议你买一只。你喜欢有线还是无线？那我建议你买这一只 FK2，1850，G Pro 要4900。挑了一个比较便宜的。来体验一下新世界。身为一个玩吃鸡的人，滑鼠怎么可以去参观吗？
你要改变联盟的观念，就跟你叫韩国去吃韩国语的意思是一样的。
什么？你说叫什么去吃韩国语？啊，快点回家好不好？讲话听不到。
说你要改变北漠的观念。
嗯哼，
跟叫韩粉不支持韩国瑜的意思是一样。
这么难哦、北波是这么顽固的人吗？折扇固执，没错，我相信你是折扇固执。那我来帮你折扇。算普通吧。自从我用了 FK2，我觉得它价钱合理。之后，我对于1000块以下的滑鼠就完全不考虑。我想是因为你没有用 FK2。推荐的绝对不会是烂货，我推荐的只有可能是好货，或者是盘子，或者是你会被当盘子。没有，我会推荐你我觉得好的，但它有可能不值那个价钱，但是它好。没有，我只是用过觉得好用，就推荐给你。上次就是这样。在夜深。猫咪就是贱，跟女人，跟女人一样。女人就是烂，女人就是贱。抽离身体，放开自己；抽离身体，放开自己；抽离身体，放开自己。地心引力抓不住你。 小尼亚。小尼亚。他发现你是有客家协议的，他不给你。他叫你练别把枪。他叫你练 mini。太小看 mini 了。mini 可是职业选手都爱的枪。认真。为什么我也不是很确定，反正大部分职业选手都爱这一把。16就是一个被所有人遗弃的垃圾。改变成真，改变成真。什么？什么东西？你说一个男的想骗你尿尿的地方，还是骗你大便的地方？对啊，有的男的也会直接去密女生啊，说，这是我的屌。正常人都不会这样做。我是一个预言家。我看不到啊，你没有开，你没有贴。有比看到港女硬。 我网络不好还是实况会卡？还行啊，我滑鼠很久没有那个点在了，所以在我看来，你就像是我点在上头。开车，然后呢？还好啊，这游戏车身超小的，这游戏车身只有在你附近的时候会很吵，但是对吧？有点距离都听不到。盖伊大片 game 耶。直接秒杀你！Light 没有给你证明的机会。
能够跟你共苦哈。哦，我的那一根前面呢，要做什么事情呢？有一张王牌叫做红心 A 哈。哥哥，唔汤哦。
Bill's gonna kill me.
大家好，又到光头哥哥过年变魔术的时间了。哦，这个魔术的名称叫做寻找红心 A。嘿嘿，在光头哥哥的红色内裤里。
嗯，影片观看次序。嗯哼，我没有开盈利。嗯，干，那又不是我的东西。哦，有啊，有的人消费别人也有开盈利，但我不用啊。那个1万多点阅应该只能赚个 几十块吧。
The secret behind you got to hear that noise in the pan. You want to keep that sizzling going. Finally, just.
今天我们非常开心的请到工商巨魔六太，
哦，超狂哎，
超狂的，一定要咬到牙这样。
粉干。
The Daytona 500 is one of the biggest sports. Lightly oil it. From there, get your onions. Just peel them and slice them in half. Onions in. Now, that's what the pork butt sits on, okay? From there, get that up to temp. And then lightly season those onions. So, fresh thyme in. Again, dry thyme is fine. What we're trying to do now is make this amazing sort of bed of this sweet caramelized onion that the pork sits on throughout the 8 to 10 hours. Lift up your pork, sit that on top of your onions, and then from there, take your stock. This is the plain chicken stock, so you can use vegetable stock if you wish, and pour that over. Now, basically that's it. Before it goes into the oven, a nice seasoning on top. Stock comes up to the boil, and then tinfoil. Tuck in your ends, and then literally that is it. And then from there into the oven at 250 for a minimum of 8 hours. Right. Let's think about slaw. First off, the red cabbage. This is just shredded. You can't buy those onions in caramelized onion puree. Nice and thin. Unfolds. Fresh and incredibly flavoursome. This is where the magic unfolds. We'll just come a little bit closer and have a look inside here. Look at those. Just the flavour. We'll start slicing the pork. We're going to shred it nice and fine. Off. I'm going to dip that in the juice and then into the bowl. First off, the slices are nice and thin. Lay them onto the board. And then from there, literally, get the knife doing the work. And look. Now the secret from there, those onions, what we call a chef's dream. You take the onions and likewise, hold them together, turn them over, and literally slice. So you've got this caramelized onion puree that's running through that pork. You can't buy those onions in. Now for putting these delicious, and look, now just from, and look, they have to be butt sliders, and that completes this incredible Daytona pie.
Breakfast. Never get a chance to eat it Monday to Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, however, is the time when everyone should have a proper breakfast. My perfect breakfast, scrambled egg, sautéed mushrooms and tomatoes. the most important thing about any scrambled egg is stopping it from overcooking. To serve with a scrambled egg, flat cap mushrooms, just keep them whole and put them in the pan. Lots of olive oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, vine tomatoes. Best way of roasting these is actually keep them on the vine, in the pan with the mushrooms. Right, just let those mushrooms and tomatoes sit there in the pan on a low heat and they'll cook themselves. Nothing worse than going into a restaurant, having scrambled egg on toast and having soggy toast. This here is a sourdough bread. And the reason why we're going to use it for scrambled egg is because it's strong, robust, and it's got a lovely flavour to it. But be quite generous when you cut it because you don't want this sort of little thin, tight, sort of fisted slice of bread. Nice and thick, chunky bread. Into the toaster. Every time we get a new cook in the kitchen, we always ask them to make scrambled egg. And if they can make the perfect scrambled egg, you know they know how to cook properly. Start off with 3 eggs. Now, don't season it. Because if you put the salt in now, what actually happens, it breaks down the eggs. And it starts turning them into something sort of very watery. So, eggs in the pan. Nice knob of butter. And it's really important to put the butter in right at the very beginning because what that does, it starts giving a really nice velvety finish to the scrambled egg. And then a simple spatula. Onto the heat, you never whisk the egg, whisk it in the pan. Because when you start sort of whisking beforehand, you're breaking it all down. You've got to break it down in the pan. But the secret behind the scrambled egg is to start it on a nice sort of generous heat, take it off the heat, go back to the heat, take it off the heat. And treat it like a risotto. You can't stop stirring. It's live, you've got to really work at it. Now, it's starting to come together. It's starting to go a little bit thick. I come back off the heat and just let it work. And just do this 3 or 4 times. Back onto the heat. Now, if I had to season this now, it'd still turn it into something quite watery. And I want a really nice sort of creamy scrambled egg. Something quite fluffy. Shh, is that my toast burning? Off the heat. Oh. Damn, I'm going to set the fire alarms off. That'll wake up the missus. Okay, here we go. Put that back in. So, on and off the heat. Right, off the heat. Then, as you can see now, look, it's almost starting to sort of, you know, continue cooking. It doesn't need to go back on the stove because it's actually continuing cooking because the heat is in there. That's where the heat is. So look, if I had to leave that there now, it would overcook. But it's not going to overcook because I'm going to put half a tablespoon of creme fraiche. And what that does now, just makes it a little bit cooler, brings down the temperature of the eggs. Now I'm going to season it. A little bit of salt. And then it's a little bit of pepper. Just to finish that, I'm just going to put a little touch of chives in there. And what that does, it just lifts the whole flavour of the scrambled egg and just makes it a little bit more sexy. And you know, sometimes you want to be a little bit more extravagant, you can put some smoked salmon in there. I like putting chives in there and just fold those chives in. There we are. The perfect scrambled egg. Okay, to serve it, we're ready to go. On the vine tomatoes. That's why we leave them on the vine, you see, because you just pick them out of the pan like that. Sit them on there. I'm just going to drizzle our sourdough bread with a little bit of olive oil in there. And then just pour your scrambled eggs over the sourdough bread. And there you go, a perfect scrambled egg. I mean, the most amazing way of waking up the missus on a Saturday, Sunday morning. So if you want to be a good boy, run upstairs now and give it to her in bed. The breakfast. This is the ultimate steak sandwich. You want the Rolls Royce of beef. It has to be fillet. Now, season it beautifully. I like to open up the top of the pepper mill to increase the size of the pepper in the steak, so it gives that bit of heat. Nice little chunks. You just roll now, nicely, all the way around. Now, slice the garlic in half. Pan nice and hot. Olive oil in. Hold the steak and just place it into the pan. Don't drop it. At the front of the pan. We're going to tilt the pan forward, cook the back of the steak, dual purpose. Now, roll it back and sear underneath. Next, my garlic. And roast that garlic. Thyme, fry that thyme. I want to hear it. We're not looking for a lot of colour because you're going to dry out the fillet. So, just one end, turn it back down, and sear the other end in. Lift up your thyme, place it on top of the garlic. There. Lift up your fillet and sit that on top of your garlic. Butter in. Take a spoon, tilt the pan gently, lift up and baste. I've got that scented garlic, thyme flavour. The steak's going to cook evenly because it's sat on a little bed in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. Pan on. For the relish, you think of a steak sandwich, you think of a
you know. Weirdest food I ate, BBQ sheep's ball. In Hong Kong, yeah, BBQ sheep's ball. The strongest alcohol I ever had was Vietnamese horse penis liquor. Hi everyone, this is Tatiana. So that was
猪脚筋，
猪脚筋。
So a lot of people want us to try Owami Swan, so today this is for you guys. For comic effect, I'm going to be using this impossibly large spoon.
我喜欢吃这个。
为什么喜欢吃？
为什么？因为我喜欢台湾的特别的东西。
猪舌头。
很喜欢特别的。吃这个跟啤酒。
Let's give this stuff a smell. Oh, yes, no, I can't do this, and I don't think that ketchup is going to help with this at all.
No, it's quite good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is.
But do you like oysters?
Yeah, I like oysters.
I like oyster. I like Taiwanese food. Almost Japanese people like this. I think so.
大部分的日本人都不敢大部分的日本人都不太敢吃香菜，但是我喜欢，因为我不是日本人。
いただきます。Long enough.
Owami swan.
Owami Swan.
Owami swan.
Owami Swan.
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 Owami swan.
Owami Swan. I mean, it's intestine and oysters and noodles. I don't usually have it for breakfast, usually like with a beer or something, you know? Makes me feel warm inside and stuff.
Bon appétit. And it's gluey. Ah!
Yeah, that's right.
Can I take just a little bit because
Yeah,
I don't want to put a lot. It's like difficult to chew because they're so thin. Is it like pig tongue or something?
No.
Is it safe?
Safe.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Or you gonna just tell me like I'm kidding after and be like it's intestine?
Safe. It's intestine.
No. No! 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 No!
Spit it out if you want.
No! No, but it's good. But I like it. But no.
What do you mean?
It's coming. Don't worry.
This one was too easy. If you have anything a little bit more hard, exotic, weird, comment below and tell us what you'd like us to try next. Oh, and if you have like maybe a restaurant or something, we'll be free to, we'd love to come and try your food. So don't forget to comment below and subscribe.
Who did this? It's quite easy to eat and it has a taste, like really strong taste, onion. I think they put quite a lot of onions. I think it's really nice.
Open!
Okay. What is this shit?
It's your shit.
It's not my shit. I don't shit like this. It smells like shit.
Your shit.
Your shit. Okay. It smells like shit, but it doesn't taste like shit.
It's really hard to break apart.
See, so it's not like my shit. My shit's easy to break apart.
Man, stop it.
It's not terrible, but it's so off-putting. Can I stand my chopsticks up?
No, that's really bad omen in Chinese culture.
Which one do you like the most? And when you go to Tainan, what is your must-eat food? Comment below and don't forget to
I'm Coco, I'm a German university student, and 13 days ago it was the first time ever for me to visit Taiwan. I made a lot of plans to use my time as efficient as possible, and this is what I saw.
Like us on Facebook if you haven't.
I decided to use my winter break to explore Taiwan first. In the span of 13 days, I started my trip from Taipei to Hualien, Kaohsiung, Tainan, Alishan, Taichung, and then back to Taipei. So I can see the people following the law here, but on the other hand, when you see scooters driving on sidewalks, that's really scary. We don't have that in Germany. Everyone is really strict. I'm the type of girl who's not afraid to try anything, especially food. I think that kind of personality helps travelers blend in the local culture if you dare to try their food. Also, I feel like this will earn their respect too. Even though Taiwan is small, and that's not a bad thing, because it has everything anyone can possibly ask for in one single trip. Modern cities, convenient transports, oceans, beaches, lakes, high mountains, all together. I noticed how most Taiwanese people start their day after sunset. The city gets busier and you can see people do all kinds of activities. Whereas in Germany, people are still going out, but there is not as much to see other than big cities, since there are no night markets and most stores close at 8 p.m. Yes, I witnessed how friendly Taiwanese people are, minus the staring. I've had some delicious food, but what impressed me the most other than the nature is how I was able to see most of the country in only 13 days. I think to any traveler this is a big advantage, to experience city and wildlife all at once. So I have one question for you guys. Why do so many Taiwanese people drive German cars?
Tell her in the comments down below. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Le bon, le lan. Le bon, le lan. 唔通唔通，嘿嘿嘿嘿。哥哥，不要。为什么你还要吃药？你肺结核？真的吗？你现在是被我隔离耶，我认为你有肺结核。快，等一下，但我可能会抛下你。我不知道另外一边有多少人，另外一边真吃鸡团，就是滥竽充数。除非我等下要玩的时候，他们就不玩。眼眶湿湿的，热热的，爱的，手心红红的，热热的，爱的。一切都是你害的。怎么会微笑却不快乐？你害的。 错，干打嗝都是韭菜味。3点半吧。干嘛？3点半了，干嘛？现在3点了。对啊。那也可以不要回来。